Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays the Alchemist, where
You've arrived at Rhyme's Refrain, one of the Prince of Frost's favorite venues. He demands that you remove the griffins that seem to have made their home inside the amphitheater.
yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to remove some griffins from an amphitheater. So I would presume that this is the amphitheater. This.
A number of griffins are perched throughout the amphitheater. They look at you apprehensively, but make no move to attack.
Interesting. Hmm. Tend to the griffin matriarch's wounds. Ah, so if I tend to her wounds, then we might not have. Oh, where's the matriarch? Fae feather. I guess one possibility. See, there's the patriarch. There's the griffin. There's the griffin. I'm not going to, of course, be protective of the matriarch, but where do we find the matriarch? I would presume then that's a way to make friends with the griffins and ask them politely to leave rather than killing them and getting them out that way. We could try that. Well, let's see what she says. The griffin matriarch rests within the nest, mostly ignoring you. Inspecting her body, you find a large number of injuries, barbed arrows, traces of poisons, and jagged dagger wounds. So, do I have any skills that could help us? Heal. Let's see. Heal is 13. Well, that's a promising skill. Use the knowledge of medicine to try to treat. Spot. Spot is 14. Attempt to identify the most severe wounds to give basic first aid to. Or Spellcraft 19. Use arcane energies to cauterize wounds and dilute the poisons. Well, Spellcraft is my best one, so let's see what happens if I use Spellcraft. Weaving your arcane powers, you seal off injuries you can find with the searing flame and gently dull the poison's potency. The griffins should recover in time. Now you'll be able to leave and take your flock with you.
You skillfully tend to the griffin's wounds. In time, the griffins will be able to return to their usual lairs. The amphitheater can now return to regular use. That takes care of one favor for the Prince of Frost.
Well,
The tramp of approaching boots echoes through the amphitheater. Then a vicious voice calls out,
"The one to bring me the matriarch's head gets an extra share of gold!"
The hunters have caught up to the injured matriarch, but she is in no condition to fly.
well. Okay, we'll take care of some of these goblins. All right. Yeah. So they're attacked by a bunch of. Hmm. Well. So that's the problem. Goblins. Whew. All right. Well, took care of them. So we've dealt with the griffins and we've. Oh, the other side. We've dealt with the griffins and we've dealt with the bandits. I guess that means that we now have to head on to the third location. We have now arrived at the village. An injured guard calls out to you. You there! You have the look of an adventurer. The villagers have been captured and dragged off by those brutish Fomorians. I'm in no shape to do anything about it. Rescue them, please. I beg of you. Let's look for the Fomorians. Guess they're not going to be in there. Now, where would Fomorians be living? Probably in some place that's not nice, considering the few
You overhear an argument between the Fomorians. Perhaps there's some way to take advantage of this strife?
Hmm. Nonsense. They'll make excellent laborers down below. We'll see who's playing games, brother. Hmm. Well, I'm getting angry. Just think about keeping them around to care for something sooner than expected. Well, so what's he up to? For a little one to approach so carefree, I can't tell if you're extremely brave, extremely stupid, or both. So be it. I will hear you out. What do you wish to ask of me? I guess diplomacy, since that's by far my best social skill. If your brother is this agitated over something so minor, who is to say what he will do in the future? It's probably better for you to deal with him now. He has always been irritable and violent. Nothing has changed aside than your attempting to convince me of what he already is. Oh, sorry about that. I must have misspoke. Well. Okay, well, I don't have any skill in bluff. Okay, so diplomacy obviously is not the right skill with these people. Bluff is horrible, and intimidate is worse. So I think the best thing to do with this Fomorian is to. Oh, I need just a moment. Well, okay, so there's nothing I could do about that. Maybe the other brother? I don't know, but it looks like he just can't just start killing them or something like that. Alright, so here is the.
Crew bellows loudly as you engage in combat. In the distance, you can hear Lurtz stomping this way to help.
Oh well. Oh well. Oh, now we got two of them. Oh. No! Oh boy. Alright, so. Fomorians aren't particularly nice, aren't they? Well, we'll have to deal with that.
The Fomorians have been defeated, and the village is now safe.
Alright. Good. That deals with them. Well, except for this little fear thing that's on me at the moment, but that'll go away in time. Now, let's see. Rescue the villagers. Do I have to speak with the villagers? The villagers is chained to a magical bonds. They'll be unable to go anywhere without direct orders from the Fomorian that placed the collar on them. The collar will need to be removed. Use mechanical pick or use magical device. Do I have use magical device? Use magical device. 12. Well, it'll have to do. Whatever enchantment are placed upon this collar are too confusing and strange to undo. The other choice is open lock, which are even worse. After adjustment, the magical defense is disengaged and the lock opens. Okay. What? Really? I've got no open lock skill. uh, well, that's a slight error. That's what I can say. Well, that's something they'll obviously have to see about some point because I'm sorry, I don't have the open locks. Oh, use magic device. Okay, so, aha. Alright, this is rather strange. No, don't ask. Okay, that I don't know about, but I've taken care of the villagers, I've taken care of the Fomorians, and now it's time to return to the Prince of Frost and tell him that I have completed his favors. Maybe he'll ask me to do 3 more favors. I don't know. Alright. See. Also, inform this sommelier. Who's this Matridi? This sommelier. Actually, tell her about the wine. If it pleases the Prince of Frost, how may I help you? I found some casks of ice wine in the rebel hideout. Oh, you don't say. Several shipments of it had gone missing recently. On behalf of the Prince of Frost, I thank you. Please take this. Ooh. Well, I can at least take these probably, right? I don't need the festival coins. I'll take the money. And I don't care about the rest. I don't care enough about the rest in order to worry about dumping something from my inventory. Oh, you again. I'd nearly forgotten. Your stench seems to indicate a fair amount of scurrying around. So then, what have you to say yourself? Well, I've recovered the chalice, I liberated the village, and I cleared your amphitheater, as you asked. Yes, the 2 favors you owe have been evened the scale, and the third creates an imbalance on my side. Very well. I shall grant you access to the hovel Hirsum has been hiding out in. It's not as though I'm fond of the drunkard anyway. I shall build you a stair of ice that leads to the cliffside. Now that we have come to an agreement, you may be gone from here and find a bath. It's a deal then. I'll let you know when I plan to head there.
To once again even the scales, the Prince of Frost agrees to lend you his powers in reaching Hirsum's fortress. You can now proceed with the final part of your plan, trading Hirsum's needle for the codex pages.
Right. Let's get out of here. The Prince of Frost has reluctantly agreed to help me. As I said, the Archfey do repay their debts. That doesn't mean that they won't make you sweat first, of course. So the Prince of Frost made you do his dirty work. At least now you have a way into Hirsum's hideout. Lord Arden is pleased with what you've done. Here, take this. All right, thank you. Ooh, +3 radiant for orb or friendly thaumaturgic orb. Let's see, thaumaturgic orb is versus the radiant orb. I think the thaumaturgic one might be better. Scepter of evocation. Oh, it's a +3 glaciation. Well, not exactly the greatest thing here, but it may come in use later on. Spellcasting implement +7, evocation focus +2. Not too sure I like that one all that much. Tactful, tactful. Oh, spot +7, disabled the device +5. I would have thought that tactful would have given it some diplomacy skill, but apparently that's not the case. Well then, it sounds like to me I'll take the thaumaturgic orb. And then speak with Hawthorne. It's a pity we can't ask the Prince of Frost for more. There's certainly no love lost between him and Hirsum, though doubtless the Prince doesn't want to start a war amongst the Archfey. Still, the key thing is that we can proceed with our plan. And what is the next part of this plan? You go to Hirsum and exchange that needle for the codex pages. Hirsum may have some other scheme in the works, but you can let me worry about that for now. The Prince of Frost has sent Sir Snowdrift here as his liaison. Speak with him, and he'll have the Prince of Frost meet you outside the Duskfall Overlook. Very well. I'll talk to the Sir Snowdrift about meeting up with the Prince of Frost. But of course, we're not going to worry about that until the next episode of Piney Plays The Alchemist.